everybody, welcome back to Rachel and Bella Crafts. Rachel here. So if you watched my last video, you will have hopefully worked along with me and created some master boards. And if you remember, what we were doing was trying to find a project where we could use up all of our remaining fussy cuts from the Christmas kit. And as I said to you in that video, this doesn't have to be done with a Christmas theme. This can be done with any kind of leftover cutout, fussy cutting, ephemera, anything. But basically I'm trying very hard not to just stuff it all in a plastic wallet this year and put it aside till I can pick it up again. So I've so far made myself two large master boards, mostly with leftover ephemera from my Christmas kits, and I've then stamped on top of it, and I have used some distress sprays. Yeah, so you know, that's kind of where we're at so far. So, oh, and a bit of washi tape as well. So what I'm going to do today now is show you the different things then that we can do with these master boards, because I know very often we make master boards up, and then I know sometimes I have some of you message and ask, you know, what do I do with it now? So you can watch along, craft along with me. Hopefully you've got your master boards ready as well. And I'm going to just literally freestyle this. I have no idea what I'm going to do. This could be dangerous. But I'm just going to go with the patterns and we're just going to see what we can make. Now, sometimes you might find it a little bit easier if you have templates of other ephemera to hand. So what do I mean by that? Well, for example, you know, we may want to make tags out of your master boards, in which case it would probably be advisable if you have a tag shape to hand. So I've actually got this lovely trifold here from the kit, but these tag shapes obviously will show me the size on average of what I would use for a tag, and it can be quite helpful if you want to kind of like place that onto your board and then think, oh right, well I can see now I need to cut there, or you know, I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, work out what you're going to get out of your kit. Now what I normally do when I've done a master board is I tend to turn it over and I will just cut blind, so I'm not getting distracted by what's on the other side, and I decide what I want, whether I want journal cards, pockets, whatever, but because I have used ephemera and specific images on this one, I'm going to try a different way of doing it. I'm going to try and see if I can work within the parameters of the shapes that I've got on there, because otherwise it's going to kind of put us off, isn't it, from doing it this way. So I'm going to start by taking out of it, I think I'm going to do some tags, I think, with this one. I don't know how that's going to work out, because as I said, I've put it all on just a haphazard shape, haven't really thought about it. I'm not even sure that this cutter will cut this board, but we're going to find out. Now I did have here somewhere a singular. Aha, there we go, that's what I was looking for. Sorry, I was talking whilst reaching. I must not do that. So what I wanted to just see was where the kind of tag shape will cut along. So for example, now obviously I'm going to try not to go cutting, you know, heads off people and things like that, or half a body, and I quite like our little gonk there, so I'm not going to want to chop him in half, nor am I going to particularly want to chop through any words. So what I will try and do is seek out opportunities to just take the shape, and then I will work with whatever else we have there then. So yeah, I think we can get 3 of those across there, and there'll probably be a little bit remainder. So let's start off with that shape. Excuse me, I'm sorry, got a little tickle there. Right, okay, so that's going to be a bit unavoidable there, but let's see how we can get around that, and we'll just play this by ear. So it's been an interesting day today. We had our my work's Christmas dinner today. We have like a training day, and so we had a training day this morning, and then we all went then for lunch afterwards, which was rather nice. Christmas dinner, obviously. I'm always quite fascinated actually by what people eat when they go for a Christmas dinner. You know, especially with like work, or you know, if you're going for a church meal or something like that. And when you go to, you know, basically, you know, where they ask you, you know, what do you want to have, and you give you many options like 2 months before, and then everybody arrives and forgets what they've asked for, and you just think like, you know, I just find it fascinating what people have. because you always instantly then work out who the vegetarians are. So you think, oh, that's interesting. Never noticed. You never take much notice of what people have for lunch and work, do you? You just mind your own. Well, I don't anyway. Perhaps, like I say, I'm not particularly a nosy person, so a lot goes over my head. But yeah, I wouldn't like particularly observe, I suppose, what somebody has for dinner. In fact, my colleague sits opposite me every day and eats her dinner, and I couldn't really tell what she's got in her tub. But anyway, so yeah, I learned today who the vegetarians amongst us were, which was interesting. And then you have the non-conventionals, I'm going to call them. So they're the people that don't have the beef or the turkey, but have steak. So one of my colleagues today, she actually had steak for her Christmas lunch. So I found that quite interesting. Now, I think you also got to think then about, well, what's the thinking behind it? So what's my choice when I have Christmas dinner out? Well, I always pick the same thing. Usually regret it then when I get there. But I always pick the turkey dinner, and I always have Christmas pud, because I think to myself, well, I don't have turkey dinner very often. If it's somewhere really nice and I know that they cook their meat really well, I will have beef. And I'll tend to do that because I don't buy beef at home, mainly because of the cost of it now. So if we're out, that's like, oh yeah, no, I'll have the beef dinner. But on this occasion, I did plump for the turkey and the Christmas pud. Well, like I said, my thinking behind that is, well, I don't have Christmas pudding every day. You know, I could go and buy cheesecake and we'd have cheesecake for tea, I guess, but I wouldn't do that with Christmas pudding. Actually, that was really nice today, the Christmas pudding and the brandy sauce. It was really yummy. The turkey was not the greatest, I've got to be honest. It was a bit dry. Well, it was very dry. The vegetables were lovely, but yeah, the turkey was a bit chewy. So we kind of made our way through that. Somebody had a strudel. I don't know whether it was a vegetarian option or what it was, but that was very interesting. But no, I was just most fascinated by the colleague that had steak. Because like I say, to me, is, you know, that says pub meal, but that doesn't say Christmas dinner. So yeah, found some interesting things out about my colleagues today and what they like to have for their Christmas lunch. But yeah, it was a good day. Like I said, we had training this morning, and we did some, what were we doing today? GDPR, which was always interesting to have a refresher on, and a couple of other bits and pieces. And obviously we were talking about where we were at with the shop and how that's coming along. So that was good to update everybody on that. But yeah, it just felt very real today that it's kind of Christmas in, I don't know, a little over a week. Do you know what? I have got nothing ready. Nothing at all. I haven't done any food shopping. I've not finished the presents. I've not wrapped anything. Literally nothing. I've wrapped 2 Secret Santas for one for work and one for choir on Monday, and you know, did that literally as I was running out the door with them. But I've not done anything else. It's all of the stuff is there waiting to be wrapped. I am so behind, it is crazy. But I'm not going to get stressed. It'll happen, it'll all be done. I don't have the volume, gosh, that I used to have when the children were small, obviously. But even so, I am very conscious. It does take time, and I need to get on with it. So, I don't know, it's just been very strange this year. It's not been like it normally is. And my head's not in the game. And I think because the children are not breaking up from school until the 23rd, oh, I don't like that at all. It's far too late. And I usually like that bit of time just beforehand where, you know, you can do all the little bits and, you know, go and do things with them and what have you. So to not have that time does seem quite strange. But I think that's probably why I'm a bit discombobulated, as we say. So, yeah. Right, there we go. So I've tried to kind of not cut their heads off. I'm pleased with that. I wanted to keep that bit there. We've still got the word joy. I haven't cut through that. We've got our lights and our bells on that one there. And then we have this one here. So we've got either pockets or journal cards. It's entirely up to you how you then go about using them. We have got a belly band. So that's quite a nice pattern and shape on that one there. And then we've got 3 tags. And I've managed to do that without, like I say, cutting anyone's head off or cutting through a word. So that's not bad going really for 1 12 by 12. Let's do the next one and we'll see what we can do with that. So let's have a little look see. Well, I really love this reindeer. Oops. Rachel. So I'm kind of hoping to not, I don't want to cut through his head. So let's maybe keep that intact. Let me have a look. Let me just check, because there's 2 right once it's cut. Right here. So I'm going to go all the way up. There we are. And I think I would probably do another one there as well. I never have too many tags, and I love collaged tags. I think they look fabulous. There we go. Right, so let's just cut those out of there a moment. I prefer to do it actually cutting around the shape because I can keep them on the right angle then. Right, here we go. So across there. Oop. And then stay straight. Across the top. Sorry, am I bit in your face? And then chop, chop, chop. So that's the one there. Ooh, that looks interesting, doesn't it? And then I've got another one, which might be a little bit wider. Just a smidgen. There we go. And then up there like that. And make sure it's straight. Across the top like that. And then down there like that. Okay, so that's another tag. Very nice. So then I'm thinking if we go across this way, if I can just sort that edge out there. There we go. Just get those little snippets off there a minute because where I cut it, I've obviously got a little bit high there, so just straighten the edge out. And then I think we will cut here. Yeah, let's go there. And then, oh, okay, let's think of this a moment. Should I go 1, 2? I really don't want to cut through there. I'm going to get another tag there. Yeah, I could, but then what am I going to do with that piece there? Okay, I should have come this way first, shouldn't I? Then I don't want to decapitate the horse. Okay. Right, okay. I'm overthinking this now. This is why I tend to do it the other way around, so I can't see what I'm doing. Otherwise I just get inside my head. Right, let's take that as far down there as we can. Cut straight across. There we go, now that will become a miniature tag. Then I'm just thinking if I cut across there, I might cut them into tags as well actually. There we go. Tag, tag. I'm going to just chop that little bit off there. There we go. And that can be a pocket. Okay, right. Let's have a little look at these now then, and let's see where we can take this. So I need my corner cutter. Is that a corner cutter there? It is indeed. Is that what I want? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Just trying to know what I was trying to do then. I'm going to turn these into tags, so I need to take the top bit off. And I'll just turn that around the other side. Get it up there, just to make sure that my tag B bits are even. There we are, very nice. And then this one here, same thing. Perhaps a bit shorter on the top because it's narrower. Ooh, fingers and thumbs. And then the same with this one. Right, I think I'm going to just round that corner off there. Just test that minute, I'm just trying to work out how. Oh yeah, that's fine. Right. I did have an adjustable one, but I know where that's gone. There we go, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just thinking I'll have that then as a pocket. And then this one I'm going to make into a journal card, because it's a really nice journal card shape. Pocket. Oh, let's do it this way. I always cut them all the same way and then regret it then afterwards. And then again another pocket. There we go. Right. Give it bits there. Okay, so I have just now gone around all of the tags and the pockets and journal cards with my ink, and just to kind of ink them all up. So what I'm going to do now is show you how I'm going to finish dressing up the tags and what we can do to finish these bits and pieces here off. So I am working with two of the kits. I have got our Winter Wishes and our Winter Whispers. This is out of the Winter Whispers kit, I believe, which is, let me just show you the front thing. Oh, you should be wondering what I'm talking about. Is this one here. So that's our winter kit that we've got out at the moment. And then I'm also going to be using some of the photographs from the Winter Wishes kit. So you've got one page that is kind of like vintagey, and then you've got one then of wintry scenes, and then there's another one then of wintry animals. So I'm going to be working with these two a minute because I want to utilise them to zhuzh up, should we say, my tags. So what I've gone on and done, I have taken one of the words of, now these pictures do come with little words underneath, but I wanted to change that because I wanted Dashing Through the Snow instead. And I have gone on and used my sewing machine, and I've just added a little zigzag around the edge of it, you'll see. The reason I've done that is because I'm going to add it to this tag. Let me just move this out of the way a moment. And on this tag, you'll note that I have got some zigzag around the postcard that we used on this. So my plan is to pop this onto here like that, where it will continue and mirror the theme of what's above. I'm then going to do a little running stitch around the outside of the tag to kind of finish it off, because I like a bit of a stitch on a tag if I'm able to. And then I'm going to add this piece of lace to the bottom here, which I will have to trim down once in place. But I just want to do the stitching first, and I wanted to explain to you what I was doing before I pop that on there. But now I'm actually looking at this. Yeah, I'm gonna have it hanging off the bottom a bit. I think that was kind of my thinking there. And then once I've done that, we will pop a brad on the top and add a little you know, thing on the top. So I'm just going to go and stitch this around here, and then I'll be back and we will put the lace on. So one moment. Okay, so these are nicely stitched tag with our zigzag just around the top there, and then I've gone around the edges to finish that off. So we now need to add our bit of lace. I think I'll use that. No, actually that Industreator. I'm going to have that just hanging off the bottom of the tag there. I just need to make sure that edge is, I like to work with a straight edge if possible. There we go. Right, I think I'm going to use this, the Tombow glue for this, just because it's pretty good at holding the fabric in place. I still cannot believe I discovered there was a little brush under there last time I was doing a video. Everybody must have thought, oh my goodness, what's she been doing? How did she not notice that? Honestly, just don't have time to explore these things. We just literally pick them up and use them, don't we? Don't have time to explore at all. Oh, that's the right way around. Could you check that then? So let's pop that on the bottom of there, because that's looking quite aged and rustic and a bit vintagey, isn't it? It's got a nice used colour to it. And then I'm just gonna trim that down the side. There we go. And then to finish it off, we are going to put, I'm going to sneeze, I am sorry. Oh, excuse me. That was a pathetic noise. My grandmother, who was actually quite tiny at, I think 4 foot, like an inch or 5 foot, she used to do the most ginormous loud sneezes. Oh my goodness, it was obscene, the loudness. And my dad is exactly the same. It was his mother, incidentally. So loud. Oh, terrifying. You'd be sat there all quiet reading or something, and then just all of a sudden this chill would come out of nowhere. It's frightening you to death. Which I found quite funny for somebody who was so dainty and small. And yeah, my dad has inherited that now, so I've always been really, really conscious to sneeze as quietly as possible. But I did read somewhere recently that actually quiet sneezing is not good for you, because you're kind of like holding all that pressure in. Perhaps I'll just go pop one day. It's got to go somewhere, hasn't it? Oh dear me. Perhaps that's why my feet are so big, actually. Perhaps just from holding all those sneezes and it stretched my feet. I don't know. Right, lid on those. So now we just need, and I think I'm going to use some of this. Always fun trying to thread this through, and I always do it the wrong way, don't I? So if I wanted to go, let me just work this out now a minute before I go cutting anything. Come on, through the hole now. Now am I right in thinking it goes up through there? Because I always get this wrong. Yes, it does. Right, that's fine. As long as I know that I've got them both right. Make sure they're in line. And we'll cut that. Terrific. that's too long. I'm not wasting that. Right, let me just take that back out there a second. Let's pull that through there. Pull that back through there. There we go, that's better. That was far too much on there then. We need a little one, don't we? There we go. That's better. And I can take that bit off there and we can use that then on the next one. There we go. So I think that's quite a cute tag. So we've gone from having lots of leftover ephemera now to something a little bit different. And we've managed to put in some of these lovely old photographs. Okay, on with the next one. So that's the first one done. Right, let's have a quick look. What else have I got on my desk? So I've got this rather lovely piece of old lace here that's been bouncing about. So let's get another one. Let's do this one, I think, because this needs zhuzhing up. So I definitely would like to put that on there, like so. Let's use this again. I wonder if we can, I want to try this out, I do. Can't you tell? I bet it won't work now. Thing is, this bit should always work really well because all the glue sits that in, doesn't it? Oh, it's coming out. Oh, there we are. I can't believe I had never noticed that. Please tell me if you've never noticed that there's a little brush at the bottom of the glue. I've never even seen anybody do this. This is what's baffling me. I just, how could I not have noticed that that's a screw on bottom? I think it kind of occurred to me, like, why is that there? But I hadn't stopped to think about it. But if I'm not the only person that hasn't noticed, please leave me a comment and tell me and put me on my misery. Because I'm feeling a bit dull now at the minute for having missed that. It's like, duh. How did you not see that that was a little brush? Right, let's just trim that down. And then trim that down there. There we go. Put that up there a moment. Very nice, very nice. Right, now let's get another picture. I think we'll stick with the vintage theme feel a minute. Oh, let's have the skaters, shall we? Yes, let's. Okay, so let's just cut this out a moment. Why have I not cut these out ready, I hear you ask? Well, there's a very good reason for that. And that is because I do like to try and keep stuff that is, you know, a bit loose leaf on the page as long as possible, because otherwise you just get lost with everything else. Also, I couldn't find the sheet until just now, and I was going to use a different one because I accidentally printed some in black and white yesterday, but then I thought, no, I want the vintage card look that I did around it. So unfortunately the black and white wasn't going to work, so I do apologise. That's why they weren't cut out ready. Okay, so we can either cut this down or we can place it in the middle there. We can stick with the word skating if we want to. Or what have we got here? I know which one I'm going to use. I'm going to use Let Your Heart Be Light. Why not? Because I know when I ice skate, I feel light. It's probably the only time I ever feel light. Until I fall, which I always do. We used to go skating quite regularly, actually, because there's always a big winter wonderland thing down in Cardiff. And we used to go every year. In fact, I think we went every year up until COVID. So it's only the last few years we haven't been. And I'd never skated before until I was about 31. And I was actually quite pleased with myself because I picked it up quite quickly. I mean, I'm no figure skater, gosh, don't get me wrong, but I can go around without anyone holding on to me, you know, so that's a win for me. But every year for the last 3 years that we went, I fell every time. I would slip. And the last year that we went, I'd done really well, because the year before that I really quite hurt my coccyx and bruised the base of my back, but you know, you kind of get up and forget of it at the time, don't you? But the last time that we went, I was doing really well, and we'd gone round for like nearly the whole hour, and then just before, I don't even know I did it, just before we decided to get off the ice, kind of, yeah, we'll do a last lap, and I was standing there 1 minute, and then the next thing I was just on the floor. I hadn't even moved. I don't know what happened. And all I can remember is seeing these young lads who were like, not wardens, but you know what I mean. They were like ushers on the ice, coming over and trying to help me get up off the floor. And I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing. I'm just feeling an old lady now. This is not funny. How embarrassing. But I literally, to this day, couldn't tell you what happened. I was just standing there in the middle of the rink, and then just suddenly it was like, up my legs went, and down I went on my bottom. Oh, I was wet, because we'd had a lot of rain that winter, and it was raining like this season then, you know. And of course the rink was outside, so it had kind of gotten quite badly flooded. I'm not going to stitch this one. Let's just try one without stitching. And yeah, so there was this like just layer of water that was sitting on top of the ice, and of course I fell splat straight into that. And of course, as you do, you always tend to skate with a pair, well I do anyway, with a pair of jeans on, skinny jeans, just because if you do fall, they're gonna kind of cushion the bump a bit, aren't they, because they're quite thick. But that's okay until they get wet. And of course we were going for a bit of food then after, and boy was I wet. My backside, all the backs of my legs, oh my goodness, and it cold. It was not nice. So there I was sat in, I think we went to TGI Friday. I was like, yeah, I'm fine, thinking I'm wringing wet, I'm cold. So I think we went home then not long after that. But oh my goodness, hopeless. I am hopeless. I need something, tissue, something, anything? No, I'm looking around me. I don't know why I haven't got any tissues in here. I'm using my sleeve in a minute, otherwise that won't be very good with it. Not very professional. Mopping up excess glue with my sleeve. There we go. So you don't have to stitch them all, you see. Right, let's put do that for a minute. I keep leaving the lid off my glue. Put the lid on the glue, Rachel. Otherwise it falls and then everything's stuck on it. Okay, let's put a brad, that's what I'm looking for, on here. And then, so we'll have that one, shall we? And we'll put that in there. There you go. And then clamp, clamp, clamp. There we go. Lovely job. So yes, no, we always go skating, usually on Black Friday actually. But as I say, COVID came then. Obviously we haven't been for a few years. And now it's a case of I don't know if I'm confident enough to do it now, because I'm crikey, I'm not secure on my feet walking with a pair of flat shoes on, never mind this. So I don't know, but I do like skating, and I do feel light when I skate. It's a lovely feeling, isn't it? So, and it's a case of we either go when the Winter Wonderlands are here, or it's not something that we get the opportunity to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know there's a nice skating rink down in Cardiff, but it's not something I would choose to do. I'm not a big fan of being cold. When I'm cold, I find it very hard to get warm again. Hence the bobble hat yesterday. I don't know. I don't like how droopy that is. No, that's just not doing it for me. Sorry. What else have I got here? Okay, let's put that out there a minute. My hand's sticking out. What have we got? What have we got? Let's have a look. Have I got something in here? Oh, might use one of those in a minute. What can I use for the top of my... I wonder if that piece is long enough. Should we go... I don't think it is it? It might be. No, it's not. Okay, Rachel's gone off down a rabbit hole now, because I can't think. It's because I put the hole in there, you see, that's what's foxed me, which very often I don't. Oh, I wonder if that'll go through there. That would be a bit different, wouldn't it? And And since moving all my stuff upstairs, I've still not located everything. I'm not quite sure where all my lace is. Oh, here we are. This is what we'll use. Sorry, I was having a bit of a blank then. It happens now and again. And then the more you panic in the blank, the worse the blank gets. Like staring into rabbit in headlights. It's like, my camera's rolling and my brain has just emptied itself. What do I do? Do I press pause? No. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Yes. Right, let's just shrink that down a minute and pull that through. Oops. Rather pull that through there and then that through there. Yes, there we go. There. Oh, I like that very much. There we go. So 2 completely different styles, but yet they both look great, don't they? Well, I think they do anyway. Right, so let's have a quick look at the journal card. Let's see what we can do with that. Because I mean, those tags are going to pretty much follow the same route there, aren't they? So that was a journal card. That was a pocket. I'll deal with those in a moment. That's a pocket, that's a journal card. Right, so this here left us with quite a bit of space again to be able to do something quite unique. Again, I'm going to go with one more of the vintage style because this is quite vintagey. So which one shall we go with? Oh, should we have the horse and cart one? That's quite cute, isn't it? Yes, okay. Cold in my craft room again today. It was -4 when I was driving to work this morning. -4. I don't think I've ever seen that on my car. I know you all think I'm being a bit dramatic, but seriously, I don't ever recall my car registering -4. This is just like, well, maybe I just haven't been. I'm not saying we haven't had -4. I probably just haven't got in the car and driven in it. We've probably had snow then and I've just not driven my car, but yeah, -4. Right, where do we want this? Do I want it up there? Do I want it on the side? Do I want it down the bottom? On this side? Maybe on this side? And then perhaps I could put a word over it. What are we thinking here? What are we thinking? Or here? No. But again, we want to cover that. Oh, look, see, another rabbit hole. Or in the middle. I don't like things in the middle. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like it. I don't like it. And I could do with something behind it, couldn't I? What if I put some lace on the bottom? I'm thinking aloud now. Lace down here. Perhaps a similar sort of style to what we've done with the tags, but we will do it as the journal card. And then, ooh, should we put that over the top? Or do I put that underneath with the lace over the top? Because that could work. And then I could put my other word over the top. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's lay it like that. Right, okay. Right, I'm not going to stitch around this one. I may stitch around the whole journal card later, but we'll see. They don't all need to be stitched, do they? So let's just stick this down a minute. Hopefully this will work. Right, so if that's there, I'm going to put that over the top. That needs to then go here, doesn't it? Or there or thereabout, say. Probably use too much glue again, but never mind. There we go. Right, now let me just start off with a nice tidy edge. Marvellous. And then we will put that there like that. Yep, liking that. So I can't get my head around this brush. Oh my days, this is brilliant. God, who thought of that look? What was the best bit about it was the day I actually discovered it, and I never use a spreader for my glue ever. I don't know why. I just never think of it. What was I doing? I was gluing fabric onto something. Oh, it might have been that. This is my journal, sorry. Might have been the journal, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, I was using a spreader thing. And, oh no, it wasn't. I was using this brush. The brush that I incidentally then forgot to wash. So that needs sorting. And then I must have dropped that or something happened. I turned the bottle the wrong way and then the bottom came off. And I was like, what? And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. So all this time, I've been sat there brushing away, ruined a perfectly good brush. And I could have just used the brush in the bottle. Duh, honestly. And what have we got here now? Windy, snow angel, snow, cozy. Festive. No, we can't use that word. Oh, let's do walking in a winter wonderland because we've got those lovely little horse and cart. Yes, absolutely. Oh, that's cold hands. Can't get a grip on anything today. I'm also now wondering what to do for tea tonight because I've had Christmas dinner for lunch. I call it dinner. Dinner and tea, I say. Now my son says lunch and dinner, and like, it just causes massive confusion. I don't know why he says that because I've never said that. I've always said dinner and tea. But there we are. So yeah, had that for lunch. Other halves had Sunday dinner, Christmas dinner in work. So we don't need a meal. I'm thinking toasty and soup. I'm thinking that. Yes, yum. Much reduction on preparation time. I know you'd pull a face if I do toasty, so because we have been on a diet. We've been very good. We've lost about a stone this last month. So everyone said, why are you dieting before Christmas? I'm like, because I'm going to eat the same thing regardless. And if I hadn't done something before Christmas, imagine how much I'd have put on. Whereas now I've bought myself a stone's grace. I know I'd probably regain it all in a couple of days, but it doesn't matter. Best of intentions, eh? Back to it then after Christmas. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a break day today. And just need to be good now up until next week. Oh, and then we can just enjoy it. That's lovely. I like that. I'm liking this layered thing going on, even with a little ridge. It doesn't matter. I like that. I like that very much. So it's a nice little journal card there. Once that's dry, I will probably do a little stitch around the edge of that card. So that's that one done. And then let's do this one now. Now I don't really want to cover her over, so I probably won't be adding what do you call it, an extra layer of, with a photo or anything. I think what I might do is pop this lace onto the side, which just so happens to be the perfect size. Does it go that way? It does indeed. Oh, right, just take your fingers off. Down the edge here now. Oh, sorry, I hope I'm in frame. I think I've got a bit of sprout indigestion. I don't know what it is about sprouts. They fascinate me. One of my team today was trying to swap his sprouts for somebody else's new potatoes. And we were kind of like, on what planet is that a good deal? I don't ever think that's going to happen. Nobody's ever going to swap potatoes for sprouts, are they? But yeah, it gave us a giggle anyway. So, but I was a good girl. I did eat 3 of my sprouts, and then I was like, oh, I just can't have any more of these now today. I went through a stage actually quite a few years ago where I was actually quite taken with sprouts. I think I was doing something with them in the oven, interesting, I mean, not just doing something in the oven. I was cooking them with probably like pepper, cheese, and a bit of garlic, I think, in the oven. And they were actually quite nice, so kind of like roasting them, And let's be honest, you add cheese to anything, it's going to taste better, isn't it? And a bit of pepper. But I'm not a fan of sprouts. Not at all. There we go. They're meant to be very good for you for something though, aren't they? I can't think what it is off the top of my head, but something about them is meant to be very good. They're very rich in something. Very rich in giving indigestion, yeah. But no, I can't think what it is. Some vitamin anyway that we need. Do I want to add that? No, actually, I really like what's on. I'm not quite sure about that heart. That's the thing that's bugging me. What have I got here? What if I pop that over it instead? That's a bit more festive, isn't it? Yes. Right, let's just ink that a minute. So even though we've used ephemera to make the background, it doesn't mean then that we can't still add on embellishments and ephemera on top, because obviously it's all about layering, isn't it? So the ones that have gone underneath obviously been stamped on, and then the ones that will go after obviously won't be, so they'll be pretty fresh faced, so to speak. But we will want to ink them. Is this anything coming out of there? Might just be in a bit dim because I can't see. Oh, there we go. Right, yes, now it's working. Marvellous. Okay. And pop that on there like so. And then let's have another word just to kind of fit the theme. So what have we got going on here? Well, we've got a little bit of holly and a poinsettia, and this is kind of a festive scene here, isn't it? So perhaps we'll go with festive because it's more. Oh, hang on, wait a minute, what have I got here? Got more here. Fireplace, no. Lights, I'm going to go in merry and bright, I think, because this one is merry and bright. I'm going to sneeze again in a minute. Let's hope not. Okay. Okie dokie. I like these words. I like the blue bits on them. This was a fun kit. I really enjoyed making this kit. Right, where shall I pop this now? Perhaps there, maybe? There or down there? No, up there, because more often than not with a journal card you tend to pop it into a pocket, and then whatever's down below doesn't get seen as well, does it? There we go. Very nice. Okay, so let's just see if I got time to do one more tag. I think I have. I can always finish those off then later, but let's just do one more. Where's the blue photos? Right. Ah, no, that's why I wanted this one. I remember. Ooh, which one? I love this bit here. Love that image there. Right, well, let's look at the colours. I think this one. Okay, let's just trim that down. I forget to bring my reading glasses up here. I wonder then why I can't see. Okay, so I'm thinking with this one, I may trim that off. Yes, now where's that? Ah, that's what I want. Because I've got some rather lovely teal lace. So, if I can, oh goodness gracious me, they don't really think, do they, when they take these things up? It's about how the poor person that purchases it is going to get it out. Sorry guys, bought these lace snippet things from the indoor market in Swansea when I went down to visit my son in uni recently. And they were actually quite cheap. I was surprised. Like 39 pence. For what? Look at all that. 39 pence, mind. That came out with quite a bit. I was super chuffed. Oh yeah, that's going to look really nice on there with that. Yes, absolutely. Okay. that side, I think it is, isn't it? Okay, right, but I'm thinking I want to get rid of that. Let's put another, what have we got? Freezing. Ooh, that's definitely a word for it. Frosty. Let's go with frosty, shall we? Shivering. Hey, that's me, that is. Yeah, let's go with frosty. Trim that edge off. Okay. Right, so I'm going to just pop that down there in a minute. I know I'm covering over that little label underneath, but it's not in a great position there, so I will, I've got another one in my thing now. I'll re-put that on another tag, but in a higher place. So I'm just thinking if I pop that there, again, we'll just slightly cover the bottom and then we'll layer that word over the top as we did before with the lace on top of there. Right, okay. And obviously there are bits of this you can be adding stitching to, one thing or another. I'm only not, just because I don't like to have to keep pausing and keeping you guys waiting. So I'm just gonna pop it on in place. And the same then with the leaves. Put that over here. Probably where I was trying to get the blooming tape off it. Oh, I do like this teal. It's lovely. So pretty. There we go. And then we'll have old Frosty. Up here. Here we are. Wunderbar. The only thing with this glue, it is a bit messy, I've got to be honest. Just a bit. Right, have I got, ooh, now. Sticking with the blue theme. Oh, blooming tape. I cut my nails this morning and I'm bitterly regretting that now because I just cannot grip anything. Isn't it annoying? But I chipped the one yesterday and it was like, ugh, I keep catching it on stuff. So off it had to come. Right. Use a bit of this now. We can create a tab at the top. This lovely lace. That's my plan anyway. Perhaps not too big, because otherwise it's not going to stay there, is it? I'm thinking maybe like that, or do I fold it in half maybe and then make it a bit more sturdy? No, not really. Well, no. I've folded that in the wrong way as well. No, I quite like it wide, but it just needs to be shorter. Maybe like that. Yeah, yeah, okay, that works. Right, let's have a little bit of glue here. Watching out for my poor little gonk. Don't trap his head. Right, I think that's the front bit. Very nice. And then on the back, a bit of glue there too. start to get a bit tacky a sec. Then stick that down there into place. And I will just trim off what I don't need, which I would say is like that bit there. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Now if we want to finish it off with a stitch, we can. But I think that's rather cute. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got here then? What have we done so far? So we've got our frosty tag here with some lovely blues. We have got this one here, this one with the stitching, again with bits of lace and one thing and another on there. So 3 quite different style tags there. And then for journaling cards, we have worked with what we've got here already on the collage card, added a bit of lace, a label and a bit more ephemera. And then on this one, again, we've gone with the photo theme and we have added some lace to the bottom. So I'm going to leave it there for today, guys, because I've kept you long enough. Go away, cut up your master boards and let's see what you come up with. I'm going to carry on now having a little make here and then obviously go and edit and upload my video. I hope to be back with you all very, very soon. Please take care of yourselves, be careful in this weather and stay warm. Take care, guys. Thank you. Bye.